Patty White, they built all those pyramids. May 2, 2189 AD, Day 2, Chapter 85. The dawn of May 2 broke as it had on May 1 over the Jezreel Valley, clear and cool. By the evening of May 1, the majority of the troops on both sides were past exhaustion. Casualties, that is injuries, as no one died, were significant on both sides. The most crucial were a severe leg wound to Alexander the Great, incapacitating him, and a head wound to Goliath of Gath. The concussion left the giant dazed and confused. White moved his buddy George S. Patton to command Good Corps' left flank, Division 1 of Grant's First Corps. Bell swung Mussolini over to support Julius Caesar's left flank, replacing Goliath. Due to the exhaustion, fighting did not commence until about 9 a.m. It began on Charlemagne's right flank. Adolf Hitler had now replaced Genghis Khan as commander of Bell's left wing and had sent in wave after wave of troops. But Charlemagne, bolstered by King Richard the Lionheart's brigade, repulsed attack after attack. Soon fighting began on the opposite flank with similar results. Bell's in the center launched a few token attacks, but as the day wore on, no one seemed to be able to take control of the field. However, things were heating up on the West African plain. "What's that, honey?" Romy said. She had been sound asleep, but was awakened by a jolt. "Nothing, dear. Go back to sleep," General Brockman said, squeezing Romy's bare breast. She nodded off again, but was soon awakened again by another jolt. She stared out the window and could see a tiny sliver of sun creeping over the horizon. She was so tired she could not stay awake, so she squeezed Shalene's bare breast, much larger than her own, and fell back asleep. 15 minutes went by, and the eastern sun, now fully above the horizon, shone brightly into the room. Suddenly she was startled from sleep by a much larger jolt. This time it got all three of their attention. They found themselves in a heap on the floor, each facing the window. Each could feel the floor shaking. They stared out the window at the beautiful morning, then at each other. All three jumped as they heard loud sirens begin to wail. They all knew it was the signal to evacuate. They hurriedly got dressed in silence. Romy and Shalene grabbed their big purses and the general a briefcase. They went out into the hall expecting mass confusion, but were met with an orderly mass of humans and angels filing onto the elevators. The floor continued to vibrate, but it appeared all the elevators were working. The floor. Some 2 hours later, the three arrived on the West African plain. There were several billion people milling on the grassy ground and 300 billion angels hovering above them.